Our pilot today, like Lieutenant Jim Peterson, started his operational career on Tornado GR4s and other Wharton products, and he crossed over to the Typhoon in 2006. He's undertaken quick reaction alert duties in the United Kingdom airspace, the Falkland Islands, and he's flown on operations over Iraq and Libya. He's a qualified flying instructor with 29 Squadron, based at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire, and 29 Squadron is responsible for the training of all Royal Air Force Typhoon pilots. This machine, Typhoon, built by British BAE Systems at Wharton and partners in Germany, Spain and Italy, is a world beater bar none. Absolutely incredible machine. 40,000 pounds of thrust in maximum reheat. That will take the jet from 200 knots to 600 knots in less than 30 seconds.
He's going to come.
Yeah.
Bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
During his display, Jim will be sustaining up to 9G, 9 times gravitational force, and to do this, he has a full coverage anti-G trousers, they're pneumatic, and a pressure jacket. The airplane is so powerful it can carry out acceleration in vertical climb. You're shortly to get Bring the Noise, 29 Squadron, Typhoon display, Royal Air Force in its centenary year.
Probably drop out the sky.
Here to open the Blackpool air display.
Roll. It's not turned off.
Can't find the key.
It's not set off yet.
He's having trouble starting it up.
Typhoon is far more than an interceptor. It is a complete weapon system and a true multi-role fighter. Equipped with the Meteor Beyond Visual Range missile and Brimstone and Storm Shadow smart bombs, Typhoons have seen recent service in the skies over Syria and Iraq.
I know I've got 2 news previews over there. Mark and Daniel's over in Iraq.
Well, you can hear it, but you can't see.
No.
They'll just appear from nowhere.
No. So don't tell me about Iraq. Mark and Daniel are over there.
Oh, sure, I wonder.
I bet he's took the wrong turning.
Wrong turning. Did he come from that way last time yesterday?
Yeah, he come from that way yesterday.
Bit embarrassing now.
He did know there's an air show on today. Probably is. Is that, or has it lost its flight plan?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the north, Royal Air Force 29th Squadron,
Yeah.
Typhoon Display
There it is.
2018. Bring the noise!
Bring the noise.
Full front, side-by-wire controls allow the Typhoon incredible manoeuvrability. You will notice the foreplane on the nose that increases its manoeuvrability. Huge export success. Typhoon remains in production at Wharton, and exports and systems upgrade for the Royal Air Force fleet will keep this machine at the cutting edge for many decades to come. Fly-by-wire controls allow slow speed flight as well. Here we see a high alpha approach, high angle of attack.
That's nice, that's nice. I think I'll park that going to my car.
And have one of them.
Yeah,
And have one of them.
and have one of them.
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call a departure. Flight Lieutenant Jim Peterson, 29th Squadron Royal Air Force and the Typhoon. What a way to start the show. Put your hands together, you're a lovely audience. He can't hear you, but I'm sure they can at Blackpool Airport, where his support crew are.
Yep. I changed my mind, I don't want a Duke, I want one of them. I'm going to part exchange the car for one of those. I don't want the Duke anymore.
Cost thousands. That'll cost thousands. I could buy you a model one.
Still time to get those programs, folks. Superb souvenir of an incredible day.
Oh, it's made my ears go funny. Oh, I'll do it later.
I think you've got I think your eardrums are better.
I thought it was coming back then.
About 10 minutes out there, nearly 10 minutes.
Huh?
Nearly 10 minutes.
No.
It's a finger one now, isn't it?
Heroes, yeah. 13, 20.
Aerosuperbatic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I came to see what I want, and now we're going home. Come to see me Typhoon.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we go now
There.
from the latest of technology
Oh, there.
to 1940s technology and a pair of Boeing Stearman biplanes. And these are very special Boeing Stearmans, not just because they've got souped up 450 horsepower engines, they have passengers on the top wing.
The sexy
Ladies and
girls.
gentlemen, coming in from the south, I give you the Aerosuperbatics Wing Walkers.
The sexy girls, as you said.
What were they? Kirsten and Katie.
Katie and Kirsten.
Paul Westron, please bring yourself to the control centre now. It's at the bottom of the tower, you can't miss it. Down goes the nose, on goes the smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, Aerosuperbatics Wing Walkers. And they can see you. They can see you wave, they can see you clap. Over the top they go. That's Kirsten and Katie on the wing.
Yeah,
Martin and Dave are our pilots.
yeah.
And they're waving, wave back. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my wife, bless her, used to be a wing walker. When she first was daft enough to go on the top of a wing, she wore an anorak. She came down, bruised from the flapping of her anorak, bruised from head to foot. That's why these girls wear skin-tight leather flying suits. And sorry lads, for no other reason than health and safety. Speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. Don't do this at home, but just imagine standing on the roof of your car, travelling legally at 70 miles an hour on the M55. The blast would be incredible. Well, double that and add in three-dimensional manoeuvres.
Oh. I'll try that later.
On goes the smoke. And if you're worried about the smoke, folks, Martin and David assure me that they are vaping. The specially developed rig on that top wing gives the girls an incredible view, but it's also capable of swivelling. At the small of the back, it will swivel, allow the girls to rotate completely or to lie flat.
He's coming down. He's coming in. He's going to take the roof off. Oh, God. Just missed it.
The team have just returned from a very successful small season in China, People's Republic of China, and they have performed in the Middle East before now.
Didn't I used to have them in the advertisement called Crunchy Chocolate Bar? Remember the chocolate bars, crunchy ones?
I think so. Possibly.
On goes the smoke. They're coming from the south. Back on the stick, they climb. And over the top, that's an eye-popping manoeuvre for the girls. See why they call this the bumpy road.
So there's water now drawing the smoking. It's drawing in, you see.
When Katie isn't on the top of wing, she helps on the family's farm, and she specialises in lambing. Had a busy season this spring. Kirsten, from the earliest days, has wanted to join the circus, and she loves the trapeze. Well, now she's got a 150-mile-an-hour one. And you see the swivel, lying on their side and still waiting at you.
I think if it swivel, that's when I'd probably looked off the contents of my stomach.
And the smoke goes on, get your cameras ready. Brake, brake, brake. Back on the stick, climbing. As the biplanes turn, they get ready for an opposition manoeuvre, eyeball to eyeball. Ready for another cross. Dave and Martin join up to explain about the smoke. Smoke is generated by dropping diesel oil into the hot engine exhaust.
What's going now?
Move that now.
Thought we're going.
Down goes the nose, up on the stick, back, 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 and a barrel roll. All the time the girl's keeping that balletic pose.
Smell it? Smell it, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the girls have moved from the rim and on the leading edge of the upper wing. All the time, I hasten to add, that when they're moving around, they have cables to hold them on. I think it's time for another Blackpool wave ripple. Come on, folks. That's it. The girls now move to the trailing edge of the upper wing. Ladies and gentlemen, Aerosymabatics Wing Walkers 2018, aren't they incredible? Ladies and gentlemen, we stay with World War II biplanes. This one, much larger and of a very different ilk. We're going to show you today an incredible machine, the Royal Navy Historic Flight Fairy Swordfish Torpedo Bomber.
Unless that one's not, I don't know. No way to come down.
Must have been two then, because that one was a swordfish.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the north, Royal Navy Historic Flight Fairy Swordfish.
Swordfish, so it's probably wrong order. Yeah.
Yeah, swordfish.
Yeah.
When World War II broke out in 1939, the swordfish was already obsolete. But it was perfect for the job that it was intended for.
So we got
And they
one
remained
missing
operational almost throughout the entire period of World War II.
today. Still got the torpedoes attached to it.
Yeah, but don't forget it's subject to
The
weather.
prototype first flew in March 1933. And in those days it wasn't known as the Swordfish, it was known as the TSR-1, Torpedo Spotter Reconnaissance Number 1. It was intended to operate from small aircraft carriers, fly at very low level, unleash a torpedo, and cripple enemy capital ships. Swordfish's career got off to a bad start. In September 1933, test pilot Chris Staniland was testing the machine for spins. After 12 spins and it would not recover, he decided wisely the time had come to bail out. This he did. He took to the parachute and bailed out of his cockpit. He blacked out, and moments later he realised that he'd woken up in the rear cockpit of the same aeroplane he'd just left. He came to his senses and bailed out, becoming the first, perhaps only test pilot ever to have bailed out of the same aeroplane twice. Swordfish came to great fame in November 1940 in the Mediterranean when a small force struck at the Italian fleet moored at Taranto. The havoc the Swordfishes wreaked was such that the Italian fleet never recovered. There was another spin-off of the Taranto attack. Studying it carefully were members of the Imperial Japanese Navy. It gave them the idea for Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
In May 1941, in vicious conditions in the Atlantic, it was a Swordfish that found the pocket battle cruiser Bismarck, dropped a torpedo and disabled its steering gear.
Do the round circle.
Pilot today is Lieutenant Commander Glenn Allison, and his number 2 is Mark Jameson. Glenn's from Durham. He joined the Navy as a mechanic in 1984. The legend goes that his colleagues felt that he would be far safer if he was flying Royal Navy aeroplanes than repairing them. He became a pilot in 1990. He became a qualified flying instructor on Squirrel helicopters with the Defence Flying School, the Helicopter Flying School at Shawbury. These days, he's an instructor with 750 Squadron at Culgroves in Cornwall on the beach Avenger, navigation trainer. He's been flying with the Royal Navy Historic Flight since 2006. And he says that the Swordfish was known during World War II because of its profusion of wires as the string bag has a very, very special place in his heart. The machine you see before you was built at Sherburn by Blackburn Aircraft, Sherburn in Yorkshire, in October 1941, and it joined the Royal Canadian Navy. Brought to the UK in the 1980s and restored to flying condition in 1993. Named the city of Leeds after its county of origin, it carries the colours of 820 Squadron, the unit that disabled the Bismarck. Powered by a 9-cylinder Bristol Pegasus radial, this machine, the only one flying in the United Kingdom, there is one airborne in Canada at the moment, the Swordfish, an underrated hero of World War II. We are very privileged to see it here at Blackpool. Royal Navy Historic Flight is based at Yeovilton in Somerset. Glenn says, with the weather conditions today, it's going to be a long flight home. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Swordfish. I'm pretty sure he can hear you. Programmes, have you got one yet? Because if you haven't, the last few are available, and they're only available from just behind commentary, below the tower. Now is the time. The last few programmes, collector's items, make sure you get one.
Swordfish, coming up.
And waggling his wings as the gentleman he is, Glenn Allison and Mark Jameson. Well done, you two. Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah,
Don't forget back here for yeah.
Yeah.
Seen it all. So going yesterday and played chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget, if you ever get a chance on the internet, type in Google, type in...
And he's back for a reprise.
And you'll see it. Yeah, and you'll actually see at the front. Because it's
The torpedo strike, the aeroplane will be a lot lower, trying to take advantage of the poor traverse of the guns on a warship, but all the time in the teeth of anti-aircraft fire from Kriegsmarine warships. He's waggling his wings at you, wave back.
Back. Looks like they might be finishing the show a bit earlier, isn't it? There's a couple of planes on there. Yeah, I,
break yesterday.
yeah, we had a 15-minute break yesterday. But I'm wondering if it's going to finish a bit early because of... Yeah.
And as the Swordfish heads back to Blackpool Airport, the skyscape behind it must have been a sort of depressing conditions.
Yeah, see you, my friend.
Swordfish is faced
Yeah, bye-bye.
on escort duty on the perilous Arctic convoys up to Archangel in northern Russia, along the Norwegian coast.
Oh, a nice one.
Mm.
See, they're not staying.
They're going up there. He wants to go up there. Tell them to look up there. It's all going to be here, but it's going behind us. So, I wonder what's happened with that one then.
I don't know, that might be next.
Well, extra 300 supposed to be that, and it isn't. So the next one would
If
be
not,
the
then they're not. If it's the pits next. Then
And ladies and gentlemen, circling to the north, we saw the Typhoon start a show in fine style.
there.
Our next two performers, their day job is at BAE Systems at Wharton on the test piloting side. Today, they're following their hobby of aerobatics, with aeroplanes of decidedly different performance from the mighty Typhoon.
Huh? I'm just getting worried. Well, that was good.
Two aerobatic aeroplanes of very different technologies and periods. A large Yakovlev Yak 50 and an extra 300.
So they are showing it.
That one gone out of line in that one then.
Yeah.
So the extra 300.
And the Mustang.
No, yeah.
Oh, the Yak. It's all out of line. Because they're not showing that Battle of Britain one.
So it's, well, they've gone on.
Right?
Gone on. The Swordfish. He's gone. There they come.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Paul Stone in the Yak 50, John Hurrell in the extra 300.
So it's the Yak as well as the...
300.
Leading is the Yak 50, big monoplane, radio engine, and behind, making all the rustling noises, the high-tech extra 300. Now these two have quite different performance envelopes, so keeping in formation is challenging. Paul and John will show the aeroplanes together and then singly. Big Yakovlev with the retractable undercarriage was perhaps the ultimate development of a series of aerobatic specialist airframes from the Soviet your Kovlev Design Bureau. The extra alongside it is an example of the genius of German designer Volta Extra. It's a high-tech, high-performance aerobatic machine, and you'll be seeing more of extras later.
Disappointing. Yeah. Disappointing.
On goes the smoke, and they break. So as John departs to the north, Paul, as I said, daytime office, the cockpit of a Typhoon, brings the yak before you. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Stone in the Yak 15.
That means you don't
So as Paul departs to hold to the north, John in the extra 300 piles on the coals to show us what his amazing aeroplane can do. John Horrell in the extra 300. High-tech, modern engineering. This aeroplane has an incredible rate of roll, up to 420 degrees per second.
Look at that writing over there in the cloud. Looks like Jim.
Yeah.
J-I-M-D. It's good. Good day today then. No sun in front. Bit windy, but
I like to see the year go in. If you remember we were on there and you lost your glasses.
John waving his wings at you. A spectacular display of aerobatics, Paul and John. And I'm pretty sure we'll see them both together in a moment. Paul circles to the north. John accelerates to tailcase him and join up.
That looks like a line coming this way. Doesn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, our local test pilots, Paul Stone, John Hurrell, the Yak 50 and the Extra 300. An excellent display of aerobatics from two very individual aeroplanes.
Put the engine, you can contact then. Man, I can't wait to get home and have my dinner. Well, things like that. Not on. That one.
You should be Bulldog next. Because you're not showing that Battle of Britain one.
Now, our next aeroplane, biplane, with a very, actually designed in the 40s, this particular one built in 1982. Just a wingspan of 18 feet. The Pit Special.
Yeah.
Well, very much. The aircraft of choice of many aerobatic pilots. The lady you are about to see perform, Lauren Wilson, has been enjoying displaying this aeroplane, Delta Romeo, since 2013.
What time is it now, Bob?
And you got your watch on?
No, well, I can't tell me on 4 o'clock. What time is it supposed to be?
4 o'clock.
Well, it's 4 past 2. 4 past 2.
It's 2:15 now. We haven't even done an hour yet.
baskets up there? See it, that one?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, high above the pier, Lauren Wilson in the pitch special.
This is like a little dot in the sky, doesn't it?
On goes the smoke. Keep your eye on this. How's that for an entrance? Lauren is a very determined lady. She left school at 16 and took a career choice of becoming an apprentice engineer. Then she got the aircraft bug, she got a private pilot's license when she was 22 and discovered, as she says, the world of aerobatics, a medium she has loved ever since. Debut season 5 years ago, she is a seasoned and proven aerobatic pilot. She's now busy completing examinations for her commercial pilot's license, and she intends, and she will, become an airline pilot. But I hasten to add, if you hear that Lauren is your captain, she will not be flying like this.
Glad to hear it.
This one thing, if you're going on holiday and you're going on one of her planes, you'll have a life for a lifetime.
What, wouldn't you?
Better. Certainly throwing that plane around.
Holding it almost like a helicopter. Around she comes.
Oh.
I think they'll probably have more for them on. Doesn't matter, I mean, look at it now.
Tell you what, I'm glad they're not in that plane. Put it this way, it won't be sweat that can be flowing from me. And that's a woman that's flying. How can you fly a plane like that?
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Lauren Wilson. Superb aerobatics. Shortly to join the world of airline piloting. She's tied slips along for you.
Back up.
Probably Mustang next.
Yeah, I'm just going to say the Mustang, can it?
Could be, but just wait.
Or the Bulldog.
Just wait. More likely it'll be that one. It's
Yeah.
about 5 minutes out.
Yeah.
See that bloke? Blondie bloke. The blonde hair.
Well, white t-shirt.
No, black t-shirt. See it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Used to work for Trinity.
And so, we return to World War II. And an aeroplane that would have been seen in the skies around here at the base air depot at Wharton and down further down south at Burton Wood, the magnificent North American P-51 Mustang.
Yeah.
John Dunn, our pilot today, he flies with the Boltby Flight Academy at Goodwood, and down there, Boltby gets you to fly in a series of high-powered aircraft, including World War II types. Ladies and gentlemen, from the south, I give you the P-51 Mustang, Miss Helen.
Yeah.
Now the Mustang is not just a superb fighter, it's also a musical instrument. 6 machine guns, 3 in each wing, and in the right conditions, the barrels of those guns will play a flute-like sound. Let's see what happens today.
That's what it means.
In 1940, the British Purchasing Commission in the United States was desperately looking for extra aeroplanes for the war effort. They were ordering Curtiss Kitty Hawks, and they turned to the small, young North American company and said, would you like to build more Kitty Hawks? Their answer was, no, we'll develop you a fighter that's far better than that. 117 days later, the prototype Mustang appeared.
Soon got to see in the films. In the war films.
Powered by an Allison V1710, the early Mustangs were good at low level and medium level, but the Royal Air Force was really looking for a top level performer. Allison engine Mustangs flew throughout the war, but some extra punch was needed. And the technicians at Rolls-Royce at Hucknall in Nottinghamshire, in just 6 weeks in 1942, exchanged the Allison for a Rolls-Royce Merlin, and a thoroughbred was born. With its low and a flow wing, the Mustang had great range, and the United States 8th Air Force used Mustangs along with P-47 Thunderbolts to escort the B-17 Fortresses and B-24 Liberators deep into the heart of Europe. On their return, Mustangs had fuel reserves to go and hunt out targets of opportunity. Locomotives, trucks and tanks.
Can you see it? Can you see it? It's American. It's got a star on its wings. America has a star on the wing.
At the Nuremberg trials in 1945, Reich Marshal Hermann Göring declared that when he saw Mustangs over Berlin, he knew the war was over. Well, he got something right.
What?
bang on. There's the flute. Part fighter, part musical instrument.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Half of us would have been dead.
The aeroplane you see before you is a genuine 1944-45 veteran. It flies in the colours of Miss Helen and the blue nose of the 352nd Fighter Group 487 Fighter Squadron based at Bodny. And they gained quite a reputation for shooting up German locomotives and the like to great effect. The exact war record of this aeroplane is not confirmed, but we do know that on the 17th of April 1945, at the end of an escort of bombers to the marshalling yards at Dresden, this machine and the rest of the 487 engaged at two airfields, two Luftwaffe airfields, knocking out, destroying or badly damaging over 70 aeroplanes on both fields, including two Part Messerschmitt 262 jets. Post-war, this aircraft flew with the Swedish Air Force and then in combat with the Israeli Defence Force. Recovered from a kibbutz as a complete wreck, was brought back to the UK and restored at Duxford in Cambridgeshire. At this rate, our pilot John Dodd is probably going to do well with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Beautiful performance from John, and Miss Helen is coming round now for his final pass. An amazing piece of wartime history flown to perfection in front of you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
No. We're running out here.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd explained to you earlier that the whole of the country is taking a pounding today from our so-called summer. The next aeroplanes to perform would have been the Lancaster, the Spitfire and the Hurricane of the Battle of Britain memorial flight. Sadly, crosswind conditions at their base at Coningsby in Lincolnshire are such that the aeroplanes cannot fly today. Memorial flight and everybody here at the Blackpool Air Show, well, we're sad for that, but safety is absolutely paramount.
Yeah.
Going to give you now a break. You've got 15 minutes. Go and refuel, feed, go and buy some goodies, and then we'll hit you with part 2 of today's exceptional display. You've got 15 minutes, folks. Talk to you soon. If you haven't got your programme, there's a tiny number left. Go for it.
Now you've turned it off. Red light.
No, sorry.
Oh, yesterday. Up there, they were all drinking lager.
Yeah. Somebody got thrown into a paddy wagon up there because he was at a bit violent because of the kid. You know what I mean? He had too much to drink, he came out of Shannigans, and they got him, put him in a paddy wagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, landing line on, coming towards us, John Flintcliffe, the Scottish Aviation Bulldog.
Up there. Bulldog.
John's another local aviator. This aeroplane is former Royal Air Force primary trainer. Bulldog served with the Royal Air Force in 1973. He's retired in 1995. Took his press work in Scotland.
G.
Hi,
G. I can't see with that. Ooh.
Bulldog took over from the de Havilland Chipmunk as the principal introductory trainer for the Royal Air Force. The development, militarised development of the Beagle Pup, Tora.
Tide's going out.
Yeah. Tide's going out now, isn't it?
Yeah. We're not going up by the steps.
Yeah.
John running through from the south. Back on the stick. Gently over. Oh, the clouds behind him. You could say it's forming a dramatic backdrop. I'd prefer not to be looking at those.
I do. I think the cloud looks really nice, goes with the plane, you can see the plane better.
Yeah.
It has a nice background to it. tide's going out really good now, isn't it? Tide's really going out now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all them. Look at all them behind.
Really dark over there now, isn't it?
Huh?
I said it's really dark over there.
Why that background's changed?
Eh?
Background changed.
What background?
Huh?
What background?
In the horizon.
Yeah,
It's going that way.
yeah. It says look at all the darkness though.
It's like protected shield during the
Yeah.
long, ain't it? It looks like
Yeah.
a protected shield.
Yeah.
It's like now, it looks like that's the end. If you go over there now, you'll fall off the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it now, the end of the world now, it's here.
Go over.
Yeah, to that side, that way before.
Ladies and gentlemen, building the speed, dropping the nose. Helpfully putting the landing light on. John Flintliff, Scottish Aviation Bulldog.
It's raining.
Right?
It's raining. I've got a specs on my glasses.
Go home after Red Arrows.
Yeah.
So we'll go home after Red Arrows.
It's raining. Raining.
Have a cup of tea.
Somebody's let the balloon go.
Hey?
Somebody's let a balloon go.
Oh, yeah.
After the Bulldogs aerobatics, we ramp up the pace for our next act. And we go from 1 to 4 aeroplanes.
We've just seen them over there. Look at that balloon. And they will come over that side, won't they? Well, they went over that way. Oh, nobody clapped for him. Oh, Red Bull. Yeah, give you a clap. That's it.
Looks like he's finished.
Huh?
Lad. Looks like he's finished or he's pulling his coat on.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just pulling his coat on.
Right, so it's the blades now, isn't it? 2 more to go. We're going to be finished tomorrow, early.
Probably, yeah. That were only 10 minutes.
Oh, come on, don't rain now. Stay off for about another 10 minutes, 20 minutes and max.
Oh, look at that man. One of them unicycle things.
Oh, yeah. He lost his other wheels.
Eh?
He lost his other wheels.
What's the front one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit conflict.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hand you over to Annie Stone, the Blade Commodore.
Thanks very much. My name's Annie Stone. I'm going to be your commentator today for the Blades display, and as you can see behind us, we've got Blades 1, 2, 3 and 4 rolling in here in the formation. We've got the Blades display team. And for their first maneuver, they're going to pull up and perform the Manta Loop for you. The next maneuver they're going to do for you is a swan formation pass. The team are 4 extra 300 aircrafts, and 3 of them are expert arrow pilots, Andy Evans, James McMillan and Kirsty Murphy. And this year we have Gerald Cooper, the UK's most successful aerobatics pilot. Delighted to have him on board for this year. The team are based in Sywell in Northamptonshire, where we fly over 300 passengers per year. We are the only global aerobatic airline which enables us to do this. So if you like what you see today, you can come and experience formation aerobatics for yourself. Please do visit www.theblades.com for more details. And for this next manoeuvre, it's a high G manoeuvre. Please do get your cameras ready for our iconic crossfire break. And if you stick with the aircraft on the left and right now, this is James McMillan and Kirsty Murphy's first pairs work. They're performing a series of 4-point rolls into snap rolls. As you perform the snap roll, the pilot completely stalls one of their wings, which enables them to roll as quickly as you've just seen. And now, blades 2 and 3 are going to head for each other at 350 miles per hour closing speeds. Get ready for blades 2 and 3 cross. We are running a Twitter photo competition this weekend, so any photos you do have, please do send them to the Blades, at the Blades team on Twitter for a chance to win a Blades goodie bag. We had some wonderful ones yesterday, so please do send them in. And now we have Blades 1 and 4 going head to head. Again at a closing speed of 350 miles per hour. As they pull up into the vertical, they're going to perform the tail slides. And when the engine goes quiet, the pilots have requested for you to cheer as loudly as possible, so I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3. You can do better than yesterday, louder. And now this is Gerald Cooper, Blade 4's first solo routine. As I said, Gerald Cooper is an extremely talented pilot. He currently holds the UK National Unlimited title, and he's performing ratchet rolls for you there, which are point hesitations and reversals. Gerald's solo lasts for around 1 minute and a half, and he lets the wind take him. He doesn't have a set solo routine, so expect the unexpected from Gerald here. And he'll spiral back down and perform a blade slide for you in a second. And as I said, this is Gerald Cooper's first year with the team. It's also his first formation aerobatics experience. Delighted to have him on board, and he's teaching the team all sorts of new tricks. And in a moment, Andy Evans, Blade 1, the leader, will call time on Gerald's solo. And as he finishes up, we'll look to our left and we'll see Blades 1, 2 and 3 approaching. And as they come from left to right, they're going to perform a manoeuvre we've been doing since 2006, since the blades were formed. And it is our most iconic manoeuvre, so please do get your cameras ready as Blade 1 at the front becomes inverted, Blades 2 and 3 hammering hard on the rudder. This is crazy. And round the back there we've got Blade 4 corkscrewing around Blade 1, 2 and 3 smoke. And I'd like to take this moment to thank all of our 2018 sponsors. We have Aerobytes, our title sponsor, on board for a 4th year, Lee Cables, the RAF Benevolent Fund is our charity partner, and new to this year, Aston Martin Cambridge. We couldn't do what we do without them, so thank you very much, guys. And a special welcome for Lee Cables with Daz here today, a local company, an industrial cable company. Thanks, Daz, for all your support. And this next manoeuvre is indeed dedicated to our title sponsor. As the team pulls up into the loop, they're going to bend back round to the Aerobytes box bend. A wonderful photo opportunity for the underneath of the aircraft, so please get your cameras ready as they come back down to the Aerobytes box bend. We've got a lovely backdrop to this, so any photos, do take them and send them in at the Blades team on Twitter for a chance to win a Blades goodie bag. And as the team go out into the distance now, Blade 4 at the back will pop out of the formation, that's Gerald's. And Blades 1, 2 and 3 will continue and pull up into the vertical and perform stall turns to our left. Or as the cloud actually out there looks pretty low, they're actually coming back round. They'll reposition, and as they come back round, they're going to pull up into the vertical, and each aircraft will wait for the one in front to hit a 45-degree angle before beginning their roll beneath. And as they come back round, dedicated to the Battle of Britain, please get ready for the Spitfire roll.
Letting it. Out, rolling, out. Easy. Both off. Just leadable. About now.
Halfway through our display, it lasts around 15 minutes and contains over 30 hygiene manoeuvres. We have 3 different types of display depending on the cloud base. We have a full, a rolling and a flat. And as today we can see pockets of low cloud, so we're actually dipping in between all 3 displays. Showing the adaptability of the pilots and their skill to adapt to any situation here and put on a great show. And the Blades aren't just an aerobatic team, we also this year have started a Red Bull Air Race team, with one of our pilots, Ben Murphy, competing in the Red Bull Air Race Masterclass series, in which 14 pilots from around the world, the best 14 pilots in the world, compete against each other. flying low level through
Does it have
pylons
the bumps
at
again?
high speeds. If you'd like to find any more information about
Yeah.
that, please do look it up, the Red Bull Air Race. We're in our next race in 2 weeks' time in Russia. Support our GB team with Ben Murphy. And right now the team will perform synchronised alien rolls. And that's a new manoeuvre for our 2018 display. Andy Evans, Blade 1, leading the team this year. It's his first year in doing so, even though he's been a member of the Blade since its formation in 2006. He's adapted our display, so we put on a new one for you this year. And Andy Evans is an extremely talented pilot and extremely experienced pilot. He has over 2,500 hours in the Extra 300, the aircraft which we're flying, making him one of the most experienced Extra 300 pilots in the world. And now as he calls them into formation, so the next manoeuvre the team are going to perform is the Blade Snake. As they come from right to left, they're going to pull up into the vertical, slide out to our left, and from that moment on, Andy Evans has just called a flat display, so we'll see them change again. As I said, the Blades were formed in 2006. They were formed by two ex-RAF pilots, Andy Offer and Chris Norton, who had a crazy idea to fly passengers in these Extra 300s. And since then the company has grown into what we know as 2XL Aviation Limited. We have 10 companies now as sub-companies of that company. We have over 25 aircraft and over 400 employees now, so if you'd like to find out any more information about 2XL, please do visit www.2xlaviation.com. And as they reformate, Andy Evans just called Amateur Swan Formation, and they're going to head directly for us to form the second break of the display. So get your cameras ready as they come directly for us for the Swan break. Time for Blade 2 and 3's second pair's work, James McMillan and Kirsty Murphy. And they're going to pull up into the vertical and perform some more snap rolls for you. James McMillan is also new to the team this year. He's an ex-Red Arrow, an ex-Harrier pilot, and more recently an ex-Typhoon pilot based at RAF Coningsby. It's a pleasure to have him on board for his first season. And as James calls these manoeuvres now, he's going to head towards Kirsty Murphy on the left and get ready for their second cross. And Kirsty Murphy in Blade 3 position. It's her 4th year on the team. She's also an ex-Red Arrow. In fact, she is the only ever female Red Arrow. We're delighted to have her on board with 17 years in the RAF experience as well. And if we look out into the distance now to our 12 o'clock, we'll see Blade 4 doing some more snaps into the sky, pulling up into the vertical. This is Gerald Cooper here. And he's going to perform a launcher back there for you. Launcher back is a Czech term meaning either headache or hangover, so I'm sure you can appreciate why.
Oh, it's raining.
Gerald began his flying career in 1989, and as I said, he's the UK's most successful aerobatics pilot. He remains in the top 5 in the world, and I'm sure you can see why from his stunning solo performance here today at Blackpool. As I said, any photos, please do send them in to our Twitter account at the Blades team for a chance to win a Blades goodie bag. We had some wonderful photos yesterday, and we'd love to see them all again from today at Blackpool. And Andy Evans has just called 5 seconds late on Gerald Cooper's solo routine, so he's going to adapt that, put in some more slides, probably end with a torque roll. Let's see what he does here. And now if we look to our right, we'll see blades 1, 2 and 3 approaching. Smoke on, blades 2 and 3 will barrel roll around blade 1 smoke, and this is for the Gatling.
3, whoa,
And blades 2 and 3 are working extremely hard here to match each other and the top and bottom of each roll to make this look as stunning in the sky today as it does.
They're getting closer.
And as they reformate, unfortunately for our last manoeuvre of the display, they're going to call back round and perform a new manoeuvre for this year. But it's been an absolute pleasure commentating for you today, and I hope you've had a lovely day. The weather has turned out alright, and we can see the sunshine on our left now. So we hope you have a lovely rest of the afternoon. But for now, as they come back round and head directly towards us, blades 1, 2 and 3 at the front will pull up and split. Blade 4 at the back will add the fizz to the champagne break. Get your cameras ready. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was exceptional. Keep your hands going. Franny Stone, commentator on the blade, showing me how to do it.
Camera's going on.
Your camera alright? Got no rain on it or all?
It didn't bring the water.
You should have done.
It's not worth it. Anyhow, we're finishing.
Well, it's nearly coming up to 1/2 past.
And as the blades clear to the south, we get ready for another 4-ship formation, but of an entirely different nature.
Big team, and then the red arrows. One more, and then the red arrows. This is the one where they drop the bombs off.
Yeah.
They drop the bombs in that bucket over there.
Yeah.
So that's the target. So they've got to drop the bombs. So
Yeah.
remember yesterday they'd have to drop the bombs, don't they?
Yeah.
So, oh, don't mind, not yet. Mind when you get home. Give it about an hour.
Get home, have a cup of tea, and then it pisses it down.
Red aeroplane. This team tell me that they have very, very basic instruments in their turbulence. They don't have an airspeed indicator. They have a calendar. And they know when they go above 700 feet because they get a nosebleed. This team is very, very different. To help me, they are colour-coded. The leader is Mike Kemp. His turbulence is orange. John Baskins is red.
It's orange. Orange.
Dave Falls is blue.
Yeah.
And Richard Pearson is yellow. Though I have known them mix and match before now.
Orange, blue.
Orange, blue.
And if
yellow.
you take a look over the pier, we give you the Tiger Club Turbulence team.
And they're going to drop the bomb. I hope they drop the bombs good tonight, today, like they did yesterday.
Yeah.
So the orange one's the leader.
Yeah.
Yellow, blue, red, orange, yeah.
Frenchman Roger Drioun designed the Turbulence in 1953 as a very simple aeroplane capable of being constructed in your shed. Took a variety of power plants. The ones you see in front of you, 1600 cc, that's about 30 horsepower.
No problem.
It's really bright now, isn't it? All dark,
Yeah.
photo listed.
Yeah, because the tide's going that way, isn't it?
Whether you're travelling at 400 miles an hour or 120, although the skills involved in formation flying are the same. Absolute trust in your leader, absolute trust in your own capabilities. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse.
You see how the seal's gone now, can't you? Oh, let's go now.
Come out. Must be a clock read.
No? You can see the yellow, the blue, the red and the orange.
Orange now, yeah. See it a lot better now, can't you?
They adjust to line astern. Leader Mike Kemp, a couple of years ago, introducing me to the Turbulence, explained that with such a small engine, the throttle had no effect on performance, just changed the noise.
Let's see what that is. It's not the synchronised, ain't it? You know when they've done the bombs, right, it was further out. This time it's in.
More in, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps if it is, if they are doing the bomb. You haven't mentioned anything, has it?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, so the team are very cooperative. Like you've been very good as the tide's gone out, and you've not gone onto the beach. That's brilliant, folks. 10 out of 10. Well, we can't help noticing there are some infiltrators down there.
They're going to
And
blow
I
them
think
up.
we're going to recruit the turbulent team to help us teach these people a lesson.
They're going to blow them up. Going to drop bombs on them.
Team have certain skills in this direction. I just wonder if we could persuade them to put them to good use.
Definitely.
As they split, down on the beach, our interlopers are beginning to look nervous.
I think it's the other one that's going to come in first, isn't it?
Right.
The other one. And then the red one. There, the other one. Followed by the red one, the orange one, and then the green one.
So I wonder if we can tempt our turbulent team. Come on, lads, take a look. We have people on the beach. We need them away.
It'll frighten all the birds again.
Yeah.
There and Bruce coming in.
That's hardly going to frighten them, lads.
Oh, attacked.
What?
Attack. They're coming in for attacking team.
Our turbulent patrol coming round again.
That'd be more like a attacking style, wouldn't it? All four of them coming in.
Ah,
Attacking
now they've got a
style.
better line.
You need to get in line.
We'll show you what happens if people go on the beach when they shouldn't ought to.
Oh, far out.
Round they come. Oh, that's got their attention.
They'll come round again now, and they'll go pum 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 pum. Like that. I think that's what they'll do.
Go on, folks, perhaps there's more you can do to disturb these people.
Coming down again. Oh.
That's it.
Oh yes. Gonna bomb them.
Oh, it bombs away.
That one didn't go off.
The Tiger Club Turbulent Team's secret weapon. A bag of flour.
Look. See.
Oh,
Oh,
close. So they're coming round. I think you need better firepower, lads.
You see it drop the flower.
What have
there.
you got up your sleeve?
You see it drop the flower.
Yeah, I saw it, but it didn't go off.
Bombs ready. Steady. Steady.
Don't go bang now.
Right a bit.
Left a bit.
Target in sight. Oh, so close.
Oh.
Not enough today,
You
are
can
we?
tell by the way the flower is falling that it's not self-raising.
You see.
How are we doing? Oh, looks good. Oh, tremendous.
Oh.
Our interlopers clearly holding their nerve.
Three times yesterday on target.
Round they come.
Out of 4.
They've not gone off, have they?
Huh?
They've not gone off.
What?
Not this time.
Covered
Yes,
in
it's
flour,
three
but they're
times
still
yesterday.
there.
Oh, look at that balloon.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
balloon.
Steady as she goes. Oh! Now that's what I call
That will
on
help.
target. Oh, there's more to come. Now, let's give some respect to these turbulents, not to be messed with. Put your hands together, folks.
No, they knew the target.
Formation flying team and demolition. And put your hands together for a very stoic ground crew.
Yesterday was better. They got 3 straight away. It was better.
Yeah.
But that was like that was good.
But still there's more to come. The team will not give up.
Small balloons. Small balloons going up. Look, 3 balloons. 1, 2, 3. One up there now, above the orange one, and 2 over there.
Now, we've not just had people trying to build a house on the beach, we've now got people launching balloons. This is not on.
See.
Can these bombers be turned into interceptors?
Look. See,
Now, it's 1 down already. 4 more and you're an ace.
Look.
Very tiny target to get in your sight.
Look, see the balloons going up.
Oh, frightened that one.
Close.
Come on, folks, get away. The turbulent team. Are they brilliant?
The one in the orange plane that's going waving his hand. No, that leaves the red arrows now, which still come behind us. It's their entrance, that is, isn't it? They always come behind us. 4 o'clock supposed to be. Thompson now. See? Never mind the dinner. Oh, you're a bit late now, mate.
So, as we get ready for our finale, we just ask you to bear with us for a short while.
We will.
As our show reaches its final amazing act. Bear with us for a couple of minutes, folks. We'll be back with you.
It's only the red arrows now, they'll come behind us. They always come behind us. Is it? Yeah.
Oh.
No, just.
Oh.
That was great at that time, but yesterday it was better when they dropped the bombs. Weren't they? You can see it wasn't Salvation Flower. No, is it?
What are they moving now?
Yes. Moving all their little things. Pioneer. Getting dark again.
Yeah.
I think we'll go after the.
Which way are we going? Bring some sandwiches next time. We'll get some sandwiches next time. Next year.
I've got nice camera for next year.
We'll try and see if we can get some chairs. See if we can get some chairs.
Yeah. This has been good for the last 2 days. It's not
Better
been.
than it were last year.
Yeah.
I think so anyway.
Last year you couldn't hardly see the planes because of the sun. I'm watching from that side.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've asked you to bear with us. Please do so. We thank you for your patience as we get ourselves ready for our finale. Which will still be a couple of minutes away. Before then, you've been great at applauding. There's a whole series of people working away unseen to you to help you with your safety and your comfort. I have to say, for the first time in my career, I've needed the emergency services today. The wasp, I didn't get its name, had a go at me in mid-commentary. I'll just about survive. I'm doing what I can, folks, and I am because of the St. John's. Put your hands together for them and everybody else that keeps us safe today. They are sensational people. Stand by, we'll give you the countdown to our finale.
Waiting for him to come over. I don't know which way they're going to come. Normally they'll come over the top. Side where the Blackpool Tower, that side they'll come. That side, isn't it? And then we've got to wait till next year.
Yeah. 11th and 12th of August 2019.
Right. Just looking at that, but
4 o'clock now.
huh?
4 o'clock now.
I'm watching them there. Huh?
Up behind us.
Yeah.
With his missus and kids.
Yeah.
Is he the one that lives down our road?
No. No.
You know, the one directly behind us?
Yeah. No.
Still a couple of minutes to go, folks, so don't chew up too much memory on your super phones there. Keep your ammunition dry.
one will make his way back.
They start on August the 31st all the way through to November the 4th. In the 100th anniversary year of the Royal Air Force, Red 10 Squadron Leader Adam Collins of the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows. Put your hands together. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Squadron Leader Adam Collins. I am Red 10, the supervisor with the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows. Well, it's my privilege to talk to you this afternoon on a slightly delayed Red Arrows display in this the centenary year of the Royal Air Force. I'm going to talk you through the display this afternoon. I'm going to let you hear some of Red 1's radio transmissions, and I'll give you some background on the team and the pilots. Well, I'm just trying to get in comms with Red 1. We had a delayed start from Scampton due to the weather, but I know the jets are airborne. They're testing the smoke systems, and they're positioning ready to start the show.
Oh. From
Somewhere.
Scunthorpe? Not my miles.
I remember
Ah. No, it's the Blackpool Tower, I know.
Well, I can hear Red 1 on the radio. He's talking to the other jets. I can't speak to them at the moment, but they are about to start the rain, so not long now until we start the show. Of course, we have three displays, the full, the rolling and the flat, depending on the cloud base, and unfortunately it is a little bit scoshy today, so expecting Red 1 to be rolling or flat, but we never know. Well, I've just spoken to Red 1. The jets are about 1 minute away, so it's almost time. Get those cameras ready, get those vocal cords warmed up. We're hoping for as big a show as we can give you today, but that cloud is not quite playing ball. We'll still put on a great show though. So, is everybody ready for the Red Arrows? You're going to have to do better than that. Is everybody ready for the Red Arrows?
Yeah.
Well, Red 1 has just called them into big battle. The smoke systems are ready to go. Get those cameras ready, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the 2018 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! Red 1 leads the aircraft over the top with a patriotic red, white and blue smoke on in big battle formation. As he bends the formation around to the left, he calls them into short diamonds, the edges of big battle sweeping back as the aircraft reforms. Red 1 for 2018 is Squadron Leader Martin Pert. Martin is a former Harrier and Typhoon pilot. He used to be a Hawk instructor and has of course served on the team before. This is his first year as the team leader. As the jets come from our left hand side, this is short diamond. Red 1 leads short diamond off to our right hand side. The smoke will go off, the jets will bank around to the right hand side, and they're about to transition into the first of all formations representing an RAF aircraft. This is of course the centenary year of the Royal Air Force, formed on the 1st of April 1918 as the world's first independent Air Force. And up and down the country this year there are many events going on commemorating the RAF's history, celebrating our commitment to defence and security, and inspiring the next generation, which is what we at the Red Arrows like to do. Coming in from the right hand side in short diamond, Red 1 about to call the jets into Typhoon. 8 and 9 drop back, get ready for 4 and 5, rolling back into position for Typhoon. As Red 4 and 5 pull the wingtips of Typhoon, Red 1 is about to bank the formation around to present that Typhoon platform. On the right of Red 1 is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant John Bond. John is a former Tucano pilot and display pilot, and he joins the team in his first year from the Typhoon Force. Well, Red 1 has called the aircraft into their next formation, representing the 5th generation stealth aircraft recently arrived at RAF Marham. Capable of simultaneous air-to-air, air-to-ground and electronic warfare missions, this is Lightning. On the right wing of Lightning is Red 4, Flight Lieutenant Chris Lyndon Smith. Chris is a former Tornado TR4 pilot, Hawk instructor, and has previously served on the Red Arrows. He's in his second year of his second tour on the team. The smoke comes back on at 4, 5, 8 and 9 as Red 1 calls the aircraft into a technically difficult formation for the pilots to fly. With 6 aircraft all flying next to each other line abreast, this is Phoenix. As Red 1 brings Phoenix back towards us, the nose lights will come on towards us, the smoke is about to come on. On the left of Red 1 is Red 3, Squadron Leader Mike Lynn. Mike was formerly a display pilot on the team. He then did 6 years as Red 10 and returned to the team for the 2018 season as number 3. This is Phoenix. The comms you can hear from Red 1 are said in a very specific manner, a very metronomic tone, with a very specific cadence, allowing the pilots to react to his voice and react to the timing to keep those manoeuvres tight and as symmetric as possible. Now as Red 1 bends the formation round to the left, he's transitioned into our famous trademark formation. Seen on our crest on our flying suits, both for the reds and the blues, underlined by the word éclat, meaning excellence, this is Diamond. On the left of Diamond, as they come across in front of us, is Red 5, Flight Lieutenant Dan Rose. Dan is a former Typhoon pilot and weapons instructor, and is in his second year on the team. Well, as Diamond moves off to our left-hand side, it's time for my favourite manoeuvre of the show, and I think a lot of you will agree with me. representing the aircraft that is about to go out of service with the RAF but has been the mainstay of operations for the past 3 decades. It's time for Tornado. I want to hear a big cheer from all of you for Tornado as it comes past. Reds 8 and 9 are dropping to the back of the formation. Red 1 will call roll go. The smoke will be on, the air brakes will be out. Let's hear how excited Red 9 is today as he calls aboard at the back of Tornado. If he's excited, you should be. Let's hear a cheer when he calls it. This is Tornado. Eight and 9 put their red and blue smoke on, rolling around with the rest of the formation. Red 1 about to bend the formation to the left. This is Tornado. As Red 9 calls smoke off go, that signals the end of Tornado, which means we're almost at the end of the first half of the show. So far you've seen all 9 aircraft in graceful formation shapes across the sky. Well, as we enter the second half, we're about to step it up a gear, we're about to change the tempo. As Red 1 breaks the 9 ship down into a section of 5 and 4, and then the synchro pair. The front section nicknamed Enid, after Enid Blyton's famous 5. The back section nicknamed Dippo, after the surname of the first leader of the back section. Well, Red 1 has called them into dagger formation now. As the aircraft comes towards us, it'll be Enid at the top, Dippo at the bottom, ready for the first of the big splits of the day. Now with this cloud, Red 1 is going flat for the second half. But it's still going to be dynamic, it's still going to be high tempo. Let's get those cameras ready. As they face up towards us, Enid at the top, Dippo at the bottom. It is time for the spectacular detonator. Dippo playing with the colours plate on, keep your eyes on them 6 and 7, staying low. Their red and blue smoke changing to white. They're being chased down by Red 8 and 9. Red 6 on the left is Flight Lieutenant Cy Taylor. Cy is a former Tornado and Typhoon pilot. He's synchro leader and in his 3rd and final year on the team. He's being chased down by Red 8 on the left. On the right is Red 7 being chased down by Red 9. They're about to descend to 100 feet with a closing speed of over 700 miles an hour. Red 6 and 7 will 4-point roll. Red 8 and 9 will roller coaster in the spectacular Dippo Pass.
Back out! Back out!
Red 6 and 7 4-point rolling, Red 8 and 9 in their roller coasters. On the left-hand side, with Red 6 now, is Red 9, Flight Lieutenant Mike Bowden. Mike is a former Harrier and Tornado pilot, and he's in his 4th and final year on the team. That's Red 9 with the smoke on now, coming back in towards us, getting ready for his next manoeuvre. Now look out to the front right for the nose lights of Enid. Get down, says Red 1, as they form an inverted V formation, coming straight towards us. Red 9 about to fly straight down the middle in the goose.
To the right. Now. Hold still.
Zenith from our right to left with the red and blue smoke on as red 9 disappears upwards. As Enid switch smoke to white and move off to our left hand side, let's look straight ahead for the nose lights of 6, 7 and 8.
Smoke off, go! Jaffa, smoke on, go!
Jaffa, smoke on, go, calls red 6. The 3 jets coming towards us now with the white smoke on. They're about to change colour as red 7 and 8 roll around 6 in the vortex.
Go, split!
Coming up from the vortex with the white smoke on is red 8, Flight Lieutenant Matt Masters. Matt is a former Tornado F3 air defence pilot, Tucano instructor, and is on his 3rd and final year with the team. Meanwhile, red 6 and 7 now with the white smoke back on are preparing for the next of their opposition manoeuvres. On the right is red 7, Flight Lieutenant Toby Keeley. Toby is a former Tornado GR4 pilot, Hawk T2 instructor, and is in his 2nd year on the team. Again with a closing speed of over 700 miles an hour, the jets will cross in front of us. They'll pull up into the opposition barrel. For the left-hand side now, red 1 leading the remainder of the aircraft. He's about to split them up and down. The smoke will come on, ready for simultaneous rolls in the revolution. Red 1 gathers the other aircraft in from revolution with the red, white and blue smoke off to our right hand side. As his smoke goes off, he's making way for synchro for their next manoeuvre.
You were up to time on that. You were up to time on that. I don't know what time it finishes.
Due to finish soon.
Oh, so that's so.
Well, as red 1 leads the rest of the formation off to the front right. He's bringing the aircraft back round to the left, preparing for his next manoeuvre. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've just heard from Red 1. Unfortunately, because of the weather and the fuel state at the airfields we're using for diversions, we are going to have to bring the show to a premature close. However, Red 1 is positioning the aircraft out to the front of us, ready for the manoeuvre that is the show finale.
Everything's finished early.
I know.
As we look straight ahead, the nose lights on 7 aircraft will be coming towards us. The smoke is about to come on. Red one will switch to the colours
One missing now.
before executing the spectacular Vixen break. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Red Arrows! As Red One's white smoke comes back on to gather the rest of the formation up, he's going to be leading the aircraft back into Blackpool Airport, ready to refuel for us to return to Scampton tonight, and for our engineers to service the jets, refuel them, re-smoke them, ready for our next display. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned the show had finished slightly early. Whenever we land at an airfield, we have to have another airfield within a reasonable distance to be able to get to should there be a problem on the ground. And when the weather is bad like today, the amount of fuel we have to have in reserve is much higher, which is why, unfortunately, Red One has had to take the decision to end the show slightly earlier than planned. However, everything we do is obviously with the primary aim of safety, but also to entertain you as the public. So that decision based on safety and getting the aircraft back in.
So that's what it says, the first one went missing, so it's not coming back now. That's it. Yeah, they're all gone back to the airport now. That's it now, finished.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've just heard back from Red One. Synchro has had to go back to Blackpool with the fuel. However, the rest of the formation have a little bit of spare fuel available. So Red One is going to give you one last fly pass.
We didn't get the love out this year.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Red One is positioning the aircraft out to our right-hand side. He's going to bank them towards us. The smoke will come on, so get those cameras ready, get those vocal cords warmed up for one last fly past of the Red Arrows.
Yeah, so one of
If you'd like to know more about the team, we have a website. We're on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And of course, there are many more shows to come this season up and down the UK, as well as those RAF 100 events that I spoke about earlier on.
disappointed, isn't it?
They're what main ones that people wanted to see.
Yeah.
While the nose lights are coming towards us on the right-hand side, get those cameras ready. Red One leading the formation in for one last pass before returning to Blackpool Airport.
Blackpool Airport that way,
Coming in from the right-hand side, the smoke about to come on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 2018 Royal Air Force Aerobatics team, the Red Arrows! The aircraft departs off to the left-hand side. Red One will now lead them back into Blackpool Airport. As I said, there'll be a refuel and the aircraft will be prepared for the next display. Obviously, The Red Arrows are not just the pilots in the red flying suits, but we have a large support team of around 100 people known as the Blues in their blue suits.